Hi, YouTube.
It's Sunday.
Yay, and I'm super gay.
And I'm Love is Love.
I just thought I'd let you guys know that I was super gay. Not just gay, and not even just WW gay. Oh, this should say super WW gay. I should put like what the, you know, when someone's correcting your work and you get that little arrow up, and I'll add the WW.
So I hope everyone's doing okay today.
I hope you guys are having a great day. It's gorgeous, wet. Well, for us at least, it was beautiful all day today. Hot.
Yeah, very
hot.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, we've isolated ourselves in our house all day today because we were on a patio at our friend's house for most of the evening and afternoon last night. Although at one point it's funny, we had a late dinner, like we were mentioning to the people in Zoom, we had a really late dinner last night. And as we were eating dinner, all of a sudden, Nick's like, okay, I don't know if I'm eating more or if the mosquitoes are eating me more, because the mosquitoes got just terrible. And I couldn't feel anything, and then all of a sudden, him, myself, and our friend Steve were all complaining about the mosquitoes, and we had Rob going, what bugs? There's no bugs. And then they caught this bomb thing. It was really cool. They found this can. I've never seen this before. And instead of spraying you just spray around your table, the perimeter of where you're sitting. And it was made by Off. I just never thought of buying one of these things before. And it was awesome.
It worked. Yeah, it worked.
It was cool. I was like, wow, that thing works.
So I'm still letting people in.
Hi, Bridget.
So today is
Jose and Mary and Karen.
Like
I see so many people.
There's a theme going on.
It's themed. I wonder why, because today is Pride Day.
Pride Day. We
would have been downtown today celebrating the last weekend of Pride Month, which is the month of June in most, and a lot of places it's June. It's a little bit different everywhere. I know Montreal does theirs in August or July actually, and I think Vancouver celebrates their Pride in August. They try to split them out a little bit just because people like to go from festival to festival to see the entertainment and a lot of the speaking. Especially this year, I think what's very interesting is a lot of the Pride celebrations are being not only talking about Pride, because it needs to be a celebration, but there's a lot of controversy out there in the world today. And the LGBTQ2+ community is very, very, very big on accepting everybody for who they are, and they're very supportive of everyone, and especially right now with Black Lives Matter, which 100% supportive of that, 1,000% supportive of Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Everybody's saying hi. Yes, I am here. I'm just trying to get everybody in. I'm just checking the chat.
He's doing all the technical stuff, and I'm getting the chatty. And you know he'll start chatting soon, and then won't shut up for the rest of the show.
Yeah, we never shut up. So weigh in, Hein. Let's start weigh in, and we'll give updates for the week.
Yeah.
So I weighed in yesterday. We shared it on TikTok and all social media. I stayed the same weight, 173.3. So I'm still at 115.7 pounds left. And I wanted to note out that we actually did make appointments. We are actually going to be speaking to a new family doctor this week.
Yes, on the 2nd, which is on Wednesday?
Thursday.
I can do that, Matt. His calendar throws me off because his calendar starts on Mondays. My calendar doesn't start on Mondays. So every time I look at the middle of the week, I'm like, I'm lost by the day. I don't know what day that is.
Yeah.
It's just how my brain works. And actually, this is really cool for me. I'm at 176.8. I lost 2 pounds this week. My total weight loss is 99.3 pounds. So I'm 0.8 away from being back to lifetime. I'm 0.8 away. When I got on the scale, I think you even hear it in the video, I'm like, does this count as lifetime, or do I need to get at the 176 exactly? I'm gonna take my personal goal is to get down to the 176 exactly.
So he's
because I know I've been there. I'm almost there. I'm not really worried about it. And like I said, if I'm okay if it fluctuates still. I'm okay if it fluctuates, because that's what my life is going to be all about.
And for those wondering, my new goal, so my original goal weight is 164. I made it there once. It was very hard to stay there. So I'm actually going to be switching to 170, 6 pounds above. I know I can maintain that, and I'm hoping a doctor will agree to that. And then once that's changed, that means I would be 3.3 away instead of 6 plus 9.3 away, which would be a lot easier.
Which would, well, and not even that it's easier, it's just, you know what ends up happening, and I think by Nick doing something like this too, and this could be everybody's thought, not everybody's thought process, but maybe take this into consideration. Again, setting yourself small achievable goals to make yourself successful.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with going to your doctor and saying, guess what? I'm starting at this weight.
I've lost this
and
much.
I've lost this much. I think I'm okay maintaining this much weight for a lengthy period of time. And your doctor will probably say,
yes,
good on you.
Good on you. Especially since I've
Right?
lost 115 pounds
Exactly,
already.
exactly.
So I'm hoping that she says yes. And so once that's done, I'll be changing my goal weight. I already have a Paula's gonna help me with all this. I've already messaged with Paula a few times about this this thing I'm trying to change. So she's gonna help me at some point fix it all for in my Weight Watchers.
In the Weight Watchers,
The Weight Watchers heavens.
the heavens that call above.
So this week,
And I'm gonna stop someone right there, Carol O'Sullivan on YouTube. She says she's down. She said she was only down 0.3. You know that does not work with us. You are down 0.3, girl.
Yes.
So celebrate
just and
that.
only. We stomped on them on our
Get
TikTok.
rid of that. Although she did say that, but I'm down 96 pounds as well.
Yeah.
So, but love that 0.3.
Those words, like we did our TikTok video this week on Monday. It was all about removing negative words from your life with the super WW gays. And so we were able to show you guys the words that we changed only in just have been removed. We don't use those words unless it's to say I only gained.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
You
any
can
other
use
way,
it. You can use only and just when you gained weight, but not
you're trying to
when you've
remove a
lost.
negative.
Exactly.
You can only use only and just when
when
you're
you're
trying,
trying to remove the
a
negative.
Yeah, exactly. So when it's a positive, you can't use only or just. You have to just say the positive thing.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. So we did some weekday workshop visits this week.
We did.
Quebec City, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Châteauguay, Quebec again, Kitchener, Ontario, Nanaimo, BC, Whittier, California, and Oshawa, Ontario.
And then we also had, like we mentioned earlier, our WW Hacks fridge staples come out. Hopefully you guys like that video. I think a lot of people
I've
were
seen
getting
a lot of people
comments
saying
and a lot of
getting
people saying it
comments
was a
about-
cool video to watch.
Yeah, we're already planning, so we already have like ideas for the WB hacks. One of them is going to be dinners for 5 days. One of them's going to be our lunches for 5
And we
days.
did one of these videos a while back when we were in the house, and someone rewatched it and said, can you do a video like that again?
So we're going to be doing
Like
those
a newer
again.
version of it to
Yep.
see if you've changed what you eat.
Yep.
And we've changed some, but not much.
There's one of them we're going to be doing. It's called summer barbecues
Summer
and
barbecues
patios.
and
so we have one of
barbecues
those coming out. We have one that we want to do. So we have a lot of ideas still coming out. So look for those in the coming weeks. Yesterday, we went to Orleans.
Well, even before, well, before we went to Orleans, we worked out. We got
Yes.
up and we worked out.
Well,
Yes.
we did that every day
Yeah,
this week.
so we worked out. But then even what we've been doing, which is a little different for us now, and this is 3 days in a row, we work out, we do most of our step class that we've been doing all the time. And right before the stretches hit, we pause the step class and we go for a 20-minute jog around the neighborhood.
And it was
Because our heart rate's already up.
So we're already
So we're
working.
already working. Our body is in that, mode. So it's sometimes easier to keep going and doing a little bit more, challenging yourself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend everybody going to do 20 minutes.
We realized why we love. First of all, Jean-Luc ran into someone that follows us this week.
Yeah,
on Friday.
So on Friday we're going through the path, and Nick and I go at separate times because I'm like, Nick, I want you to be able to run. I might have to stop because of my knees from time to time, and I don't
So
want
I
us
just
to hold
keep
each other
going.
up. So I'm like, just keep going, or I'll start before him because he likes getting his playlist going. So anyways, I'm in the path and I'm about to hit this one spot, and that day Nick runs right by me, and as he runs by me, Dee was her name, and she comes looking at me, and all you see is, what? I know you! I know you! And I was like, oh my goodness, this is hilarious. So I'm starting to try to yell at Nick, and I'm like, Nick!
I had music
I
on.
yelled
I kept running.
so loud. I was shocked he did not hear me.
I ran up. There's a flight of stairs we have to take, and we run up those stairs. I had run up all the way up those stairs already, and I had to come back down because I thought
He got worried because I sent him a text message. I said, Nick, turn around.
Come back. Like, what, he hurt himself?
And I didn't have a chance to actually tell him someone was here that wanted to take a picture with us because she recognized us, and she doesn't even live in the area. She's like, I live not too far, but I drove my car to a spot, parked, and then I was walking through the trail, so it was kind of nice.
What's fun about this trail, guys, that when we run here, like, so you guys see our buildings here. When we run here, it feels like you're in a city.
Like your downtown major metropolis.
But then you get to a forest area over there with paths, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. And then we get out, and at the end, we're in a neighborhood, so you're running through neighborhood streets. We have three different neighborhood types when we're doing our jogs. So we've been enjoying it quite a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because like Nick was saying, we're getting a little bit. It feels like we're running in more than one spot.
Yeah.
Although it's less than 5 kilometers.
Yeah,
it's like
3.3 kilometers.
3.3 kilometers.
Yeah.
Hi Marcia, I can't believe Marcia's here tonight too. Yay, this is so much fun. Marcia. I don't know why I said Marcia. I know.
It's
Oh,
exactly-
look at the face.
Yeah, it's like, exactly. Like, seriously, he does this all the time.
I do that all the time.
All the time. He gets told to pronounce, and he'll put. He
Yeah.
used to work with a Dana and a Dana. And then
that one was
the Dana
the
would
worst.
say Dana, he would reverse them all the
I
time.
would
It's like, why
reverse
don't you
them all the
remember?
time. They were both spelled D-A-N-A, so one pronounced it Dana and the other one pronounced it Dana,
and
I
he would
would
use the
flip
wrong
them
one
all the
and
time.
It's like, can't you remember? It's
I
just
would
the same
try,
name.
and my brain just doesn't work. I'm sorry, my brain doesn't work.
He does it with Andrea too.
I do, Andrea.
Yeah. So
terrible.
she's used to it. So yesterday we did some workshops in Orleans with Danielle, that was the coach, in Edmonton West, Huntsville, Alabama, and Sherman Oaks, California. We also did our favorite things. A video came out from Lose a Twist yesterday, so if you haven't seen that one.
Oh, I wanted to mention something. It was kind of funny because in the Quebec City workshop that we did on Wednesday, when we realized it really wasn't Quebec City.
Oh, yeah.
It was New Brunswick.
Brunswick.
So it was so funny because I'm expecting it to be French, Quebec French. So walk into the workshop, the coach starts speaking and I'm like, that doesn't sound like Quebec French. They sound like they're French. She sounds like she's from New Brunswick. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, the coach might have moved from New Brunswick to Quebec. And then all of a sudden, all the members start talking. And I'm like, none of these members sound like they're from Quebec. It was all New Brunswick people.
We think, because you know how a lot of people, like for example, Ajax, Stouffville is under Ajax. So I think because
They're right on the border.
This was a French location, French meeting in New Brunswick. They just shoved it under Quebec City to make it all under one group and connect. So that's probably what happened. But it was weird. We're like, these don't sound like Quebec
We're like,
people.
this just doesn't sound like Quebec. And it's funny because my mom's best friend's from New Brunswick. So every time I would turn my head, every single one of them sounded like her. Like it was just so, it was great. It was like, it made me feel like I was with my mom's friend, like who I hadn't seen in years.
Yeah.
So, and they were all sweet and it was a small workshop.
Connect wasn't working that night.
There was maybe 6 of us in that workshop that night.
So today we woke up. Last night we went to our friend's house, Rob and Steve. We posted pictures, our besties. We basically
This is our 6th.
drank and ate, and I ate a lot of chips. I mean, a lot of chips.
He did not eat that many chips. That's not true.
2 bags.
2 bags amongst 4 of us.
Yes, amongst 4 of us.
Amongst
but I think
4 of
I ate
us.
most of it. I won't lie.
And I will say this. I'm pretty proud because at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, I was like, I'm craving pizza right now.
We didn't get
And
pizza.
we did not order pizza.
No, we were good.
Yesterday.
But then today we did have Chinese food.
Today we ordered Chinese food though. But we didn't have it yesterday and today.
And we had it as lunch and dinner.
Yes.
And there's none left already.
And there's none left.
It's all gone.
It's
So we
gone.
didn't do the old.
We didn't order a lot of
We didn't
it.
do the $120 worth
No.
like we used to. It was a very controlled amount. And we split it between 2 meals.
Yeah. And we said it's Pride, and
Yeah.
neither of us felt like cooking, and we knew we would have been downtown right now. Enjoying our weekend, right?
Yeah.
So we made the best of what we possibly could this weekend, and we had a great weekend because of that.
So this week's topic is proud, and it's kind of like it was the reason why it was today. Like this was planned that the topic today would be proud. I guess it just makes sense. And we didn't want to talk to you guys just about pride because yes, you know, for us pride is very important, and we've often explained this as to why it's important to us. We grew up in a time that, not as bad as before us, but our time frame of growing up was being gay was not something you saw a lot of.
I was like, that's really weird that the camera is there.
You never, yeah, because that was on?
Yeah, it turned on all of a sudden. I'm like, why is Nick on the camera alone? Like, he's like, he's so vain.
I'm on
He
2
probably
cameras.
thinks the Zoom is about him. He's so
Vain. Okay, anyways.
He's not so.
Okay, so the reason we started sharing our journey, one of the reasons we did is because we want to normalize, you know, we are a gay couple. We are just like any other couple out there. We just happen to be 2 guys. It's people are people. It's just who you love is who you love. And so, but we love being a WBAs and calling ourselves that because if there's another Nick out there or another Jean-Luc out there sitting there going, oh my God, I'm not normal. But they see us and they say, oh wow, that could become my life. There is a light in the tunnel. That's one of the reasons we do this. And that's what Pride is about, and the parade and all. A lot of that is part of what Pride is.
And I think a lot of people misunderstand what Pride is for the gay community in a sense. It's not saying it is saying, hey, look at us, we're here, we have rights, we're loving.
It's celebration. It's rights. It's fighting for people's rights. It's being with friends and family. It's celebrating family, celebrating differences,
It's celebrating
and
our
loving yourself,
diversity
and loving yourself.
And Nick said something there about, you know, making sure, as if you look at the LGBTQ2 plus community, it's diverse. There's a gamut of
There's so many
every
letters.
single color, every single ethnicity, everything. People who, as Rosie was saying earlier, like being naked. People who like being dressed. People who like being in drag. It's just who they are as people and how they feel comfortable. And we're not saying it's for everybody.
No, and we believe in people
Not
are
judging.
people. A race, a religion, a political thought, an ideology, a belief in being a vegetarian, not believing in a diet, believing in a wellness journey. All of these make up people, but you're still people. So our mentality is that people are people, assholes are assholes. That's our mentality. People are people, assholes are assholes. It doesn't matter where you're at.
It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what religion you follow. If you're a bad person, if you're a person that doesn't have respect for others, you're not going to have respect for
and
others.
And that's any group. Even in our group, they exist. And even in any group.
And we, being part of the gay community, we've spoken about this before. We are prejudiced within our own community.
There's a lot.
Where we should be loving and embracing ourselves, but it doesn't happen.
Stigma and a lot of
stigma. If you don't look a certain way, if you don't fit in, if you don't wear those certain clothes.
Not just that, like you go on gay apps, there's a lot of them that say, I don't want any people that are Asian.
I don't want anybody who's black. I don't want anybody
who's very racist sometimes. So
who's East Indian. Like it's very, very racist. It's unfortunate that a minority group in itself has to fight the discrimination that's being out there regularly in our regular world. But
so that's one aspect of pride. I mean, we didn't want to talk about it because it is very important to us. We are sad that we can't celebrate everyone this year, but we still made it the best we could. And then we're celebrating with you guys. We're all colorful tonight. I see a lot of pride colors.
I love the rainbows.
I love that we have
colors.
Zoom now. Everybody's wearing.
It's so much fun. I love your shirt, Danielle. Love your backgrounds.
And Paula's has little tassels there.
Love it,
Love it.
Oh, even Sandra D has a pink bow in her hair. So cute.
Yeah, love it.
And for those of you who don't know, Pride was, it all started with a riot in New York City.
Yeah, the Stonewall riots.
The Stonewall riots. And it was the black transgender and drag queens who started this riot saying this is no longer acceptable.
Yeah.
We are human beings.
Stop treating us
this way.
Yeah.
Why are we being treated? We're not hurting anybody. We're not making any, but they're in a small little, if you've ever been into Stonewall, it wasn't a very big place.
We've been there. It's tiny.
It's tiny. It's gotten bigger from the years, mind you, but I mean, it's still very tiny. And to think that the police would come into this place and raid it because of people trying to be who they wanted to be. And not trying to do it out in public where everybody is there watching, but being amongst other people that felt the same way. And look at, if you really think about it, isn't that WW in a sense, right?
We're all different people.
We all come from different walks of life, and we all have different journeys, and we all meet up in a location once a week to share our stories and share our struggles and share our successes.
Yeah.
And it's important. I think it's important for any community to have that sense of belonging.
So that brings us to today's topic to continue, because everyone can be part of Pride. It's not just for gays, lesbians, LGBTQ+. It's about everyone. It's about being proud of who you are and loving yourself for who you are as a person, for every piece and aspect that makes who you are. And that's a thing you need to include on your journey. And that's why we kind of bring it around. Pride is all about loving yourself and being proud of what you're achieving and not downgrading and saying only and just, right, Carol?
Right, yes.
Not saying only and just the things that we're doing so well or we're trying to do so good at. And you have to be proud of yourself on this journey. You have to encourage yourself and push yourself to keep going, because sometimes nobody else will. I might even say sometimes, nobody else will. Unless you have someone like him beside you and say, oh, you can do it, hun. Most of the time, you're on your own doing this journey. And so you have to be able to be your biggest cheerleader. When those negative thoughts happen, start working on them right away and start reframing them as much as you can so that you're not affecting your journey with those negative thoughts. Be proud of who you are as a person. And that's one thing I want to ask everyone to do tonight before you go to bed. I want you, in our group, I want someone, Rosie, if you want to start the thread, so in our group on Facebook, I want everybody to post one positive thing about themselves today, something you're proud of, something you're really good at. You know, I'm a really good knitter. I can make this chicken cacciatore and it's the best.
Rosie makes great crocheted or knitted corn.
Yes. Like, write down something you're amazing at and you're proud of it and share it in the chat. So if you're on Facebook right now, share it in the chat. If you're on YouTube, share it in the chat. If you're in Zoom, share it in the chat as well. But I'm in the group as well later on tonight. Share it there too.
I would go even as far as going up to someone in your family or someone that you really love and telling them why you're proud of them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, it's not only being proud of yourself, but showing being proud of other people. That's a huge part of this journey as well, because how can you be proud of yourself if you're not showing other people that they need to be proud in themselves as well?
And a lot of times, a lot of us are like, oh, I would love someone to say, oh, you're doing a good job, but then we don't say it to other people.
Exactly.
You know, we all think we want recognition for some of the work we do, but we never ourselves give it out to others often.
And recognition is very different for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like, sometimes you have to talk about this. You have to talk to these people because not everybody likes to be recognized publicly in front of other people.
You have to figure out how people want to be recognized.
So it's, again, communication.
Yeah.
One of the things that we need to do ongoingly all the time is communicate. And I think one thing I want to do right now, and I think it would be a lot of fun, is go into Zoom and open and it's gonna be one quick question. It's nothing gonna be complicated tonight. We're gonna ask you one thing that you're proud of. And it could be about your journey, it could be about your family, it could be about absolutely anything. We want to hear this. We want to fill this room with so much happiness and pride
Zoom
tonight.
Wants to share something they're proud of about themselves, please
raise your hand
or wave it in the air.
And
I'll see if I can find you. Anybody? Oh, Sandra D right
Sandra
there.
D. Okay, we got Sandra D coming. And if you guys don't raise your hand, I'll be picking you myself. I'm going to be volunteering people. Because guess what? It's my day today, and I'm super gay.
So I got Sandra D unmuted. Hey Sandra D, what are you proud of?
I am proud that I almost died and I rehabilitated myself a year versus going to a rehab facility for 2 years. I learned how to walk myself, all by myself, and I lost almost 100 pounds. Thanks to Thank you.
So proud of you. We're proud of you too.
I love that you're sharing your story.
Very proud of you, because you know what? Your story is not easy to share, because you know what? When you're sharing these private, personal things in your life and you're allowing other people to enter it, you are showing a little bit of weakness in certain ways, right?
Yeah.
Because you're allowing people
into your vulnerable
thoughts and vulnerable moments.
Yeah.
So being able to share those things are very, very difficult, and we're very proud of you for doing that, Sandra. You have so many people who love you, and never, never, never forget that.
Well, it helps when you're loud and proud.
Woo woo!
It does. Thanks, Sandra D.
Love you too, girl.
We have Matilda on the line.
You go, girl.
And
Matilda!
I'm unmuting her now, and I also see Suzanne has her hand up too.
Wow, hi, Matilda.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. I love your earring.
Thank you.
Oh, I could only see I was like, wow, she's being very fashion forward. She's only wearing one tonight. The other one was in the shadows.
So what are you proud of?
You know what? I am so proud of myself right now because of my journey. I'm down 47 pounds. And I'm just so excited how proud I'm of me and how proud that I'm actually liking myself.
That's a good thing to be proud of. That's an amazing thing to be proud of. And you are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, we all seem to think that we're not the greatest. And I don't know why. We all have this thought that everybody else is so much better than we are, right? Oh, they have the best car, they have the best food, they have the best clothes, they look so great.
Or people don't like me as much as they like
someone else. And I think we all think that.
I used to be the type of person that when I'd be walking down the street, I would think that that person was always looking at me. So I'd always think, oh my God, they're looking at me, oh my God, they're looking at me. Now I can walk down the street and if they look, I don't even notice.
I don't even. It's so funny. You know what? I probably noticed, but I don't have the same thoughts in my brain anymore.
Yes.
It's weird. I could totally relate with you there. I'm now looking at them because I'm no longer judging myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's no longer me judging myself because guess what? I'm doing the best that I possibly can do.
Yeah.
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 And if you want to judge me, go for it. But I'm not judging myself anymore because I love who I am.
So I want to raise some of the things in chat. Thank you, Matilda. And
Love
we'll
you,
go back
girl.
to Suzanne. So in chat on YouTube, so we had right here that Robin Stein. She makes knitted cats for premature infants, so she's proud of that. And then Heather R. She's proud that yesterday she made that she's a food addict, and she's saying typing this is making her tear up. You know what? I am a food addict. Believe me, I know I am. Yesterday there was bags of chips. I could not control myself. We are food addicts.
We said it in a workshop. Somebody said it in a workshop, one of the US workshops we went to, and someone was like, one of the coaches was like, when you said this is like an AA meeting, I'm like, this is the first time anyone's ever said this at a workshop? Because we've been talking about WWAA meetings because they're very similar, you know? Like, you go to an AA meeting, you talk about, you know, the addiction to alcohol. You talk about that. You get ideas and you celebrate your successes of you know, being sober. The same concept is applied to our workshops and our WW meetings, right? We have an addiction to food, and so being proud of the fact that you're able to admit that is a huge
it's like
step.
your gambling addiction.
It's completely like my gambling addiction.
Like Jean-Luc would not talk about that
Never.
when we first met. It was not
You would
something.
only hear when I won.
Yeah.
You never knew when I lost, but I used to win a lot of money. Oh yeah, but I lost 12 times more.
But then even when he actually stopped going, even just telling people he was a gambler.
Oh, I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. I was 100%
And even when he
ashamed.
met me, he tried to hide it from me for a year before I actually realized what the problem was. Like, he would not tell me, and he kept saying, I wanted to solve it before I met you, someone, and I wanted to solve it before I got married. I'm like, well, hon, you're here now. So either we solve it together, we help each other, or this is not going to work. And obviously, he decided to work on it with me, and we both try to work on each other when we have it. And
That's
we
exactly
try to
it.
help each other out with any problems we have. That's what a partnership. That's what being, you know, in a trustworthy
And we're
relationship
in this
is.
forever.
Yeah.
We know this. We've committed to each other forever. This is not like a temporary thing. And
Yeah.
and I totally understand people say, always careful when you say this. I'm gonna live every single day as I possibly can with this man beside me, and hopefully we can go get through every single thing.
Hey, 16 weeks, one fight.
One fight, 16 weeks.
That's pretty crazy.
Going through Christmas like we went
Especially
through.
because we're together 24/7.
24 hours a day,
For
7 days a week.
16 weeks, and we got into one fight. And it was only a fight that lasted maybe an hour.
Yeah, I think Lynn probably saw it. We were on a stepper that day.
Yeah. Lynn saw part of it
Lynn
that
probably
day.
saw. There wasn't many people live on that morning, thank goodness, but that was I swear you were there
Yeah,
that
she
day,
was.
Lynn,
She
because
was.
Nick and I didn't talk much during that
No.
step class.
Yeah, and we didn't really
And then we
chat.
didn't really interact much.
No.
So, but it happens.
It
Why?
happens. We still worked out.
Yeah, we did. We still. And we're still proud of ourselves because you know what? One thing I will say that I'm proud of us is whenever we do have an argument or
We talk about it.
And I'm very proud that we've established that from the get-go and we don't allow ourselves to.
My mom will be mad if I share this, but I grew up in a family where my mom and dad would stop talking for months sometimes when they were mad at each other. So I grew up in that kind of environment, and so I was prone to do like that. When I met him, I used to just freeze him out, but he's like, no, we have to talk about it. And I was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. No, just don't talk to me.
And I was like, talk.
Yeah, eventually he succeeded. He kept poking at me, and eventually now it works. Because I do agree, like sometimes with some of our arguments, once we chat it out, we figure out we figure out what the real root of the problem is. It actually wasn't what that moment was. It was another thing that happened before that like bubbled up, and then that became what was a clencher.
Or
and so it allows us to discuss.
Sometimes it's just because he thinks, and I do the exact same thing. We each think we're trying to say something, and we think we're saying it the most clear way possible. No one could misunderstand us. But yet, it's our own brains thinking this, right? We're still not understanding that somebody else has to take that information, regurgitate it, and we all are left, and I'm an interpreter, right? Words can be interpreted into many different meanings. You can say something 12 different ways. You can have the exact same words, but it means something different just
Hi,
in the
how
tone.
are you? Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Right?
See? Right there. 3 different ways. And
Hi.
we showed you 3 different ways
How
that
are
those
you?
can have a different.
Come here often?
There you see. Hi. How are
Every
you?
Sunday, 7 p.m.
Okay, so I'm gonna read some of the comments. So
The heat
Suzanne is actually unmuted, so she'll share with us right now
Yay!
what she's proud of. And if anybody else in the chat wants to put their hands up, I know Arlene, I think your hand is up.
We
so
would
I believe-
love to hear as many people
Yeah.
as possible talk about what they're proud of right
Yeah,
now.
it could be
anything.
anything,
It could be
anything.
about pride itself. It could be about yourself, your journey.
We're here
anything.
today to celebrate you guys. Like we're celebrating pride about being proud of you guys and also being proud of who you are. So yell it out loud. So Suzanne, what are you proud of?
Hi guys. Anyway, happy Pride Day, guys. Love the t-shirts.
Thank you.
Anyway, I couldn't find anything too colorful, but I did try to find my old 80s eyeshadow.
I
love it.
Love it.
Love
You
it.
go, girl.
Okay. Anyway, I'm proud of the fact that I care about people. I don't care which race, what they do, who they love. As long as they're nice to me, I'm nice to them. And I'm also proud of the fact that I give really good hugs.
Oh,
That's awesome. And we
love
got them,
hugs.
so we know.
We do, and you do give a good hug, Susan.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Love you. Happy Pride.
Have a great month.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a good month.
It was.
It was a good month. You know, we count our blessings because
Yeah.
we know some people probably haven't had it as easy.
As easy, for sure. Like for us, it's been good, but not everyone out there
Yeah.
has been easy. Especially right now in the States with everything going on with the cases. So if anybody's in the States right now watching us, please
Our
stay
hearts,
safe.
our
Yeah.
thoughts, our prayers,
Yeah.
our everything are with you guys.
Because as much as we don't want anybody getting sick,
We
like,
don't.
We want everybody getting better. So I just
As much as I'm angry at these people for going out and not wearing their masks and not social distancing and everything like that, and as much as I think in my mind I'm like, oh, they need to get it to know what it's, and then I'm like, no, that's not the answer. That's not what's smart. That's not good. That's not the type of person I am.
Yeah.
I wish something would make them realize that they need to be safe.
Yeah. So I'm going to read some of the Facebook, and then we'll go to Arlene after. So on Facebook, we have a few people saying they were proud of stuff right here. So Nicole said she's proud that she's a McGill grad. So Tina Davis, she says she's rock painting for her community. She loves doing that. Karen Douglas, I also encourage others on their weight loss journey. Marjorie makes great bread.
Woohoo!
Carol, we have mail call from Carol this week, had a very good. She's very good at getting things done and not procrastinating. I'm good at that too, actually. That's one of my skills as well. Ooh, Vicky's proud of being a kidney donor. That's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing, Vicky. Carol Dempsey making good banana bread. I love seeing everyone just sharing what they're good at. Keep sharing it, guys. This is what it's all about. It's about, and it was funny, guys. That's what pride is about. Right here, right now, what we're doing right now, celebrating each one of us for our uniqueness and what we are good at, is what pride is about. And everybody always thinks it is about the gay movement and about LGBTQ2+, and about accepting us, but it's also about accepting everyone for their differences and loving everyone for who they are as people. Because we all always say, can you imagine if the world had all me, only me?
I'd be happy.
I wouldn't be. I would not be happy
Many,
at all.
well, maybe yeah.
Many me?
One's plenty.
Yeah, I'm more than enough.
One's good. 2 would be okay. I
Yeah.
think 3 would be too many.
Yeah,
And let's go to Arlene from Ottawa. Arlene there's 3 people that have their hand
Okay,
raised.
so-
Oh, 4. Woohoo! I love it.
Okay, so Arlene's first.
Arlene.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. This is something I haven't shared very much. I keep it to myself. But I am very proud of my Greek and British heritage.
Oh, cool.
I am a descendant of a Holocaust survivor
Oh,
who
wow.
escaped the Nazis when 95% of all Greek Jews were eliminated because it was the last place the Nazis went. And my father left his family in the town square and escaped to the Balkan Mountains and somehow survived, fought for the partisans, and it's a miracle that I
Wow.
was born.
That's amazing.
So I'm very, very proud of my British and my Greek heritage. and I'm very proud to be Jewish.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
And that's something, you know what, I think a lot of people, some people are afraid to say where they come from and where their roots are actually from, and we should not be ashamed of that. It's amazing to be part of this history. If it wasn't for this history and how we as humans have developed and
Well, the Holocaust is another perfect example of a situation where, again, we are one human race. We have one planet. The fact that we can't just get along, just if everybody just get, like, and I know everybody's saying, you know, political reasons aside, if everybody could just be able to eat and survive and be comfortable enough, like, I just don't understand why the world is so negative and fights each other so much and hurts others. Like, I don't understand it.
I think it's because there are so many beliefs that are so close together. There's so many similarities in all of these belief systems, but it's those small differences and those small nuances that really put the hiccups in things sometimes. Where instead of fighting them and saying, well, my belief is better than your belief, instead of saying, guess what? I'm okay with you believing in what you believe, and it's okay for me to believe in what I believe in.
We are. That's
and
how we are.
We've said this. We will never judge anyone for anything they do as long as they're not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
So if someone tells me and I'll be honest, there's a lot of gay couples out there that are in triples, where it's a triad. It's a triad. It's a 3-person relationship.
It happens in straight couples too.
And there's a lot of straight couples that have that as well. And I will never disrespect someone if that works for them
choice,
and they're happy. What does that make a difference to my life?
It's not societal norm, but
No.
why am I the one judging them? They're not hurting anyone.
They're not hurting anybody.
So why
and
is
they're
that?
happy and it works for them.
Yeah.
So why does that make a difference to me?
And that's how we view things.
And so I look at someone who comes from, you know, the Jewish heritage, and which is a beautiful religion and a beautiful
culture.
Culture is amazing, and it's sad that they all went like that population, that community went through everything they went through because it was not deserved whatsoever.
No.
And that's the sad part, is most of the times it's never deserved.
Well,
it never is deserved, is what I should say.
Yeah.
So thanks for.
So I'm very proud of my Greek cooking as well.
Woo woo!
Because of that.
That's
Can't
awesome.
wait to get some Greek food. We're coming to get some in Ottawa, Arlene.
We do love Greek food.
We do.
Spanakopita.
Ah,
Love it.
Spanico.
He likes the cheese.
I love Saganaki.
Oh, Sagan.
Oh, give me
that.
some Saganaki anytime. And every time we'd go to the Greek restaurant and they'd bring it out. Instead of saying Opa, we'd say Oprah. Oprah! And they'd all laugh at us.
And if dishes ever break, we always say Oprah.
Oprah,
too.
yeah.
We
People,
say-
when the dishes are being broken at
we
weddings,
say Oprah.
we say Oprah
Just
instead of
'cause-
Opa. It's just more fun.
Because we're funny and cute sometimes.
Thanks again for
Thanks,
sharing.
Arlene. So we have Marcia.
Marcia! You see, I said it right this time. I love you, girl.
Marcia's on.
Hi guys.
Hi!
Happy Pride, my love.
Happy
Pride.
How you
How are
doing?
you?
We're good. How are you?
Good.
Good,
It's
good.
nice to see you guys. I love you guys so much, and I'm so proud of your love, and I love how you are so proud of your love, and you guys truly are an inspiration to so many people.
Oh, thank you.
And my pride, as you know, my pride is my son. And when you talk about acceptance and you talk about people of all abilities, my heart goes to my boy, who is exceptional. And I truly say I have learned more from him than I could ever teach him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
A shout out to the exceptionals.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I love that. I love that what you've used, and I think that's a term we should always use instead. A shout out to these people that are so exceptional, and unfortunately are treated differently, and are treated, and sometimes not given the opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part. It's the fact that we don't give everybody that
The
equal
same opportunity.
opportunity. It doesn't matter where you're from, what walk of life you come from. We should all have the same opportunities. There should be no difference whatsoever. And I will say this, I know I am a white privileged man. I know it, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I know I am. I know. There's no.
Nothing I hate about it, guys. What's great about it is that you can have that voice and say,
Yeah.
I acknowledge that I am privileged. It doesn't mean that your life is easy.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
that's one thing I think a lot of people
It
need.
just means that it's not made more difficult.
Exactly, yes.
We don't have the extra obstacle. Like we had some obstacles removed from our path. Like it's not that this was easy to get to where we're at today, but it was easier than others people who had to go through a similar path. And that's and I know it's and that's why we try to do the best we can. We try to we respect everybody from everywhere. We love everyone. Like we don't ever try to say somebody's not, even in our group, like people always say, oh, I'm not part of WW, is it okay if I join? Yeah,
Of course.
I'm not gonna say, I don't care how you're trying to live your healthy life. You can live your healthy life any way you want, as long as you're being kind.
As long as you're being kind and you're being helpful and you are respecting others, because we all know that this is a very predominantly big WW community, but it doesn't mean that you have to be on WW to be part of this community. Like that's exactly why the LGBTQ2+S, all of those letters keep added on, right?
Because they want to add on everyone.
They don't want anyone to feel left out. And for some of you who don't know what LGBTQ2, the Q2+,
so L is lesbian.
G is gay.
Trans, so LGBT is trans. So and then transgender. TQ is queer. LGBTQ2
is two-spirited. It's for the indigenous. It's the indigenous community.
Yeah, so the indigenous community. So this is very quick history. So for those of you, please look it up. Don't use our history as all the information.
Because we don't have all of the information, unfortunately.
A lot of the indigenous groups in North America before the colonists show up. They had no issues with being gay or straight.
There was no such thing. There was no word for it.
There was no word for it. So for
a lot of men would dress.
And for them, it wasn't abnormal.
No.
It was a normal thing.
They were actually revered.
It's when the colonists came in that it became a bad thing, because the people from Europe came in saying being gay is bad, and so then they started tarnishing that kind of look.
The two-spirited people were actually known as very revered and were sought out in the communities to be spoken to as people of knowledge and people of wisdom.
Yeah.
And what was really funny, apparently the colonists came and actually separated those people from the other indigenous people because they were not
the
norm. They were not what they thought were normal.
So the normal Indians to them, those didn't fit the normal Indian look, so they had to remove them from all history.
But yet apparently all the white colonists liked having fun with them and celebrating and bringing more clothes for them. There's a lot of history that we were exposed to that it's quite interesting if you look into it.
So like it's funny how, like we said, it's a big rich history. We love learning about it. We love hearing the past about it. We love being
not always easy
not always easy to
not always easy to take.
Thanks, Marcia.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
So we have Marilyn.
She's looking like a flapper.
So I'm gonna unmute her right now.
Hi, Marilyn. Oh, I think he's asking you to unmute. There we go.
I got it. Okay, I kind of lost my train of thought here. I'm glad to see you guys. I'm so glad I found you guys. You guys helped me get through maintenance. I'll start that by saying that to start with. But I'm so proud of the fact that I was born in 1934, and I am still learning. I'm healthy, I'm well, and my family is now following my healthy lifestyle. I'm from a line of fatties who were really terrific parents, but we were a big family. We gathered, we loved, we gathered around food, and now today we're all on a wellness journey. And
that's awesome.
So I'm proud of everything that, and still be able to learn and be healthy. And you come to this and I'm learning about gays. I mean, if I'm born in the 1930s, it's quite a journey along. I love it. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you, Marilyn.
So grateful you're teaching us, and all the stuff we've learned on these virtual meetings. They've been wonderful. So
thanks, Marilyn. It's so.
Larry Brower is married to two-spirited person. This is fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
That's amazing, Larry. I love hearing that.
Yeah, we love sharing like that. We assume, like, again, it's the same thing.
It's knowledge, right?
People know things, and so we like sharing things. We don't always know people want to hear these things, so we always like We try to throw it in there because we don't want to, alienate people, but it is part of who we are, and we are proud of it because,
And what did we say a couple weeks ago? Ask.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with asking and educating yourself. And I think more than ever is what we need to do.
I want to say the
Ask the
I want to say the
questions.
number one question we used to get asked a lot when we first.
Who's the man? Who's the woman?
Who's the man? Who's the woman?
That's the question we get
That
all the time.
was the question we used to get asked
I'm like, I
all
don't
the time.
know.
And we always say,
But, and I'm gonna say this, you know why? Because, and I'm going to be very blunt because it's usually having to do with sexual things, right? They have that mind because right away they think man, woman, sex.
yeah.
And I get where that question comes from, but really, there's no gender role in our house.
No, like there's no I don't do all the women tasks or the men tasks. Like I have zero. I can't use anything. Like I can't use tools.
What I want to know is, because guess what? I know some women who are better with tools than I am, and why would you even say that's a man thing?
Exactly.
Because who built our deck a couple years ago at our house? It was this amazing lady who came in and destroyed our deck and put it together alone. And I'm like, I was so proud to tell people that, oh yeah, I had a female deck builder. Yeah. She built my deck. She was amazing. She did this on her own. I'm like, I can't even lift a piece of wood. Like,
if you're talking fashion, it's not me. It's all him. When I met him, I was not fashionable. He had to teach me all that. If you're thinking having to do with laundry, I'm the laundry guy. I do laundry. If you're thinking about fixing any household things like screwdrivers, I have no clue what any of them are. It's him. So we each have our role based on the stuff we know how to do, not based on the fact that that's the women's role,
but
that's the men's role. There's no such thing.
It's again society putting on what we believe should be male, female, boy, girl, right?
Yeah. So that's the number one question we get asked. That always makes us laugh.
Thanks again, Marilyn, for sharing. You always bring a smile to our face. I love your outfit. I love that you get dressed up. I love that you being born in 1934 are a prime example that love is love no matter what, and the fact that your heart is so open and so accepting and willing and wanting to love and learn more. That's why you're so successful, Marilyn, and that's why you're such an amazing person.
Thank you so much. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too. So I know at one point, Bridget, you had shared something in chat. So can you share it again? I missed it. You had said something you were proud of, and I wanted to highlight it, but I can't seem to find it.
She's doing it right here, I think.
No, I can't see it. The chat's right here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It was a while ago, so please share it again.
Let's go to Kim.
Yeah. So I'll unmute Kim next.
Unmuting Kim.
Hello. How are my boys?
We're good. How are
A
you?
little tired. I won't say.
I'm coming along.
That's good. How was the 29-point burger?
It was awesome.
So was our Chinese food.
It
was delicious.
It was delicious.
So good.
I have a couple of things that I'm proud of, and that the 29-point burger is part of it. Is the fact that I haven't quit. I have been on this journey for over 2 years now, and I have been maintaining the same 45 pounds, but I haven't quit.
Exactly.
And that's the biggest thing.
Yes.
Because I know this is I'm in for the long haul, so, and I will lose again, but right now, everybody knows what I'm going through, so we're being kind, and I'm just doing the best that I can.
And the thing is, Kim, too, is you think about it, what if you weren't doing anything at all?
Exactly.
And that's the thing we always forget to think about. We often think about, oh, I'm doing so bad, I did this and I did that, but what if you were doing nothing at all? And that's the difference. That's the key thing. That's the key aspect. Because you know what? You might be saying, oh, I'm not doing activity this week, but I tracked. But I'm so horrible, I didn't do activity.
Well,
but you still tracked.
I said it in a workshop. People are like, oh, I was really off program today. Well, the fact that you just said you were off program means you technically weren't off program because you're thinking about the program.
You thought about it.
So it doesn't mean you're off program when you're not thinking about the program at all is being off program. But if you're sitting there eating that piece of cake and you're like, I wonder how many points this is, you're on program right now. That is being on program because you're questioning your decisions.
So we're at 10 to 8. So
My goodness,
we do have a few others.
Yes.
So thank you, Kim, for
Thank
sharing.
Kim.
Thank you.
Well, quickly.
Yes.
My bears.
Aww. That's so cute.
So So there's my pride.
I
I
love
love it.
them. They're so
They're so
cute.
furry.
Thank you.
Anything shiny, you know us.
Yeah, exactly.
Shiny
Squirrel.
squirrel.
Corn.
Corn.
Pride. We've been saying proud all night, so you guys should be full of water by
Should
now.
have been a gallon drunk by now.
Okay, we have two more. So Jose, let's get you to share your pride, and we'll go to Allison, and then we'll wrap up for today. We'll finish it, and then we're gonna go to Zoom and Facebook to dance for a bit. We'll shut down YouTube because YouTube won't let us share music, but Facebook and Zoom can. So we will
Yeah.
dance for a few songs. So stay on after.
So José, comment ça va ma belle?
Hey, ça va bien, vous autres?
Ça va très bien. Bonne fierté. Happy Pride.
I haven't said it well outside of my little group, but I want to say I'm a recovering addict. I'm a drug addict, so I've been clean and sober since January 14, 2018.
Yay!
I am very proud of myself.
That's amazing.
Yay.
Thank you for
I'm ready
sharing
to
that.
say it. And I'm ready, my head up high, and 59 wasn't too late for me to be clean and
It's
sober.
never
It's
too
never
late.
too late.
Wow, José.
Thanks for sharing that.
I'm gonna tear up.
Good.
Oh,
I already
that's
am.
a good tears. That's some good tears.
Yeah, they are.
Aw, thank you.
That's what I
Oh.
wanted to say. And thank you for being my WW family.
Oh,
Always,
thank you for being
always and
ours.
forever. Toujours, toujours, toujours.
Merci beaucoup.
We love you, José. Wow.
And then Allison.
I got the tears going now.
Hi, Allison.
Hi, sorry, I just got back from a really sweaty walk with my dog.
Oh, that's okay. We love sweat. We're always sweaty ourselves. I think I'm sweaty right now.
So, I mean, the obvious thing that I'm proud of is my family. I just had my 17-year-old son just graduated high school.
You have a 17-year-old, first of all?
I do.
Wow.
I do.
Are you
Yeah,
50?
he's-
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I'm all shy. Yeah, and I've got two beautiful dogs, an amazing husband, blah, blah, blah. But the biggest thing I'm proud of is in 2017, I had the honor to give birth to a beautiful baby girl, which I was a surrogate for friends of mine.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so that's probably, besides having my own son, it was probably the biggest accomplishment I've ever done.
Wow. That's amazing.
I don't think I've ever really spoken to a
Anyone.
real surrogate. Like I've heard of it, but really.
I've heard it happens on TV.
Yeah, and
You
I've
know what I
heard-
mean? You know, I've never actually met someone.
But wow, you know, I have to give you, like, I think that is one of the most selfless
acts.
things, one of the most selfless things to be able to do.
Yeah.
And we're watching, of all shows
Jane
to
the
watch,
Virgin.
we're watching Jane the Virgin right now, last season, and they were just talking about surrogacy, and it was funny the conversations they were having, and it's real weird that now you're talking about it, and I can only imagine how hard of a decision it was to finally make that decision, but how amazing of a decision it is to see this child
Yeah.
grow in a loving family.
Well, you know what? It's when you have a supportive family that it makes it that much easier. Like my husband was completely on board. My son is his stepson, so we don't have any children together. So for him to go ahead and say yes, you can do this for them was just unbelievable. My son was completely supportive. It was an amazing journey. It really was. And they're close friends of mine, so I get to be Auntie Allison, and I get to watch her grow up, and I get to be part of her life.
That's
so
awesome.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's
Thanks for
beautiful.
sharing.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That's absolutely beautiful.
My pleasure.
I love it.
Oh, me too. That just like warmed my heart.
So I found Bridget's. So Bridget said she's proud of the fact that she lost 118 pounds, then gained back all but 43, but never quit and just figuring herself out.
Wow,
So
Bridget.
and you know what, Bridget? That's the journey. That's what this is about. It
And-
is about ups and downs. It's about relearning things. It's about, you know, it's never a simple thing. It's
Nope.
always you always have to think, but it does get simpler to think eventually. But you always have to think about it. But that's what life is.
I don't think thinking ever becomes simple. I
No.
think we learn how to organize our thoughts.
It just get easier.
That's what ends up happening is
Yeah.
we learn how to organize our thoughts, and we learn how to maybe sometimes compartmentalize some certain things, and maybe we learn how to think less scattered.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we think a little bit of everywhere, and I think we all go through those moments, but sometimes when we sit down and we actually say, okay, I need to just focus on this matter at hand. And I think we need to do that more often sometimes.
So thank you so much. This was a very long show today.
It was.
But we wanted to celebrate you guys. So we're glad we got to share some stories. Some of the things that we heard tonight was like insane.
It was just
So,
amazing.
I'm sorry, like
Very happy, very proud.
I'm so proud of
I
everything.
want to one thing I'm proud of is I'm proud of the community that, not that I know Nick and I started this small community, but you guys have watered it and have made it flourish and have made this community what it is. We have no fears anytime when we're leaving our group to know that someone's going to take care of something in there if someone has a struggle.
Back in the day, we used to say, oh, we have to answer the question. Now we know others will
that
help each
people
other.
will help
So
each
we're not-
other, and you don't know how many times. And I'll be honest with you, I've named you guys a few times in chats when people come up to me and say, "Oh, I'm struggling with this," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I know this person has a really good fix for that." So I don't know if people reach out to you guys if they do. But I hope they do, or we tell them to post on the page because we know you guys are amazing people.
Before we go to the next update for next week, there's something else that we forgot to talk about. We were actually part of the WW Canada headquarters.
Yes!
They had a Canada Day
Event on
virtual
Thursday.
event.
I mean, we were at work on Thursday.
Yes, and we actually were their guest hosts
We
for
were
Jeopardy.
there, Alex Trebek.
Yeah, we were
They
actually-
played Jeopardy, and they
Yeah.
asked him to be their guest host.
Yeah.
And there's a few other things that we need to talk about.
Yeah,
still.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, we gotta go. My God, shut up, Jean-Luc. I mean, shut up,
stop
Nick.
talking. Okay, so mail call. What did we get this week? So we got Lynn. We got your corn.
We got the corn thing.
Yes.
Although I was wondering what this was when I opened it. I'm like, what in the world did
This is
she
a
send
card.
me? So this is a card from Lynn. She sent a card for me and a card for Nick.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Lynn. And I cannot wait to try this. Apparently, you just like take this off.
It's a pampered chef tool,
It's a
right?
pampered chef tool, and you can. I don't know how to take this off. Oh. And instead of taking a knife to cut the corn off the cob, you just
use this thing.
Use this thing. So I haven't used it yet, but I'm looking forward to
We
it.
tend to eat the corn off the cob, but
Yes.
sometimes we have one corn extra that we,
Sometimes there's one if there's one left and there's like a beyond one, I'll take it off the cob and put it in the fridge so we can put it in stir fries or something.
And we got a nice card from Carol and John. So Carol and John, we met on our last cruise, and she actually sent us pictures
Of us with her when we got our vows renewed.
our
on
vows
the
renewed
cruise
on the
ship.
cruise. So
And she actually has had quite the journey herself. She's not a WW member, but she's lost over 100 and some odd pounds herself as well. And
we met her on the cruise one night, just randomly. She was sitting beside us
at dinner.
And
it was like we had been friends for years.
And guess what happened? We talked all night.
Surprising,
right? Shocking that we talked all night.
No.
That's completely shocked.
Shocker.
I mean, when we people get together with us, it's quiet.
Yeah,
There's
normally
nothing happens.
we never talk.
We never talk.
We're very shy.
So that was that.
And then on Wednesday this week,
yes,
our beautiful, where is it? Let's unmute her.
She's right there.
Yeah, let's unmute her. I hope on Wednesday, our beautiful
Paula.
Paula.
She's coming. I just unmuted.
Hi, Paula. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
So Paula messaged us and said, "Okay, I want to come. We need to meet because I have something for you, and I can't send it." So we're like, "Okay." So
we met in the IKEA
We met in the IKEA parking lot with our masks, and she's like, "Here's a pack." Actually, no, she's the one that gave us our rainbow pole. She provided us with our rainbow pole, which I love, and actually, because Keiko's decided to destroy it, it's actually Claude.
Yes.
You have now inspired me. I'm buying a rainbow flag though, and every year a rainbow flag will be wrapped around.
We're also gonna do it at Christmas time.
It's gonna be at Christmas. We're gonna
and-
put a Christmas flag around it. We're
Yeah,
gonna do. It's gonna be the.
But she also brought us this.
Well, we love the WW pillows from headquarters,
So we
and
have
she
our
had some
own.
made for us.
And
you know what I loved even more? I did not expect them, but
because
they were
we're gay,
zippered.
they're zipper. We can wash them.
You do not realize how happy we were. We hate pillows that you can't wash the covers for.
Yeah. So we're very
Like-
happy.
Were you happy about the pillows or the fact you could wash them?
Both.
Both.
We
That
love-
was just a bonus.
Just the fact that because
You know when you buy something and you find out after like it's got like an extra attachment, you had no clue, but it's like, oh my god, you needed that attachment. That's how it felt.
I was so excited. No, because my mom made us pillows, and we hate that. We love these pillows, but
Amazing.
washing them are a pain because you can't take off the cover,
And they get dirty.
and they're on the couch
They're
all the
pillows.
time.
They
They're
get
pillows,
dirty.
right? So
So-
we love our pillows.
Your dogs. All my pillows are washable.
Ours aren't, and that's the thing.
Well, we
that-
don't have many pillows.
No.
Other than the Keiko Senseiba and these now, and we love them.
So that was our mail call. So thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
everyone,
much.
for sending stuff. Again, we never asked for it, but it's so much fun getting letters and just reading people's comments. And
I don't need. If you guys just send me a bunch of letters, I am the happiest camper in the whole
He
wide
loves
world.
mail.
I love opening envelopes.
He literally goes giddy.
I love opening envelopes. I can't explain it.
It's literally like this, okay? We walk out of Shoppers Drug Mart because that's where our
I
PO box
can't
is.
even wait.
He can't wait. We're walking out of the store. He's like,
I'm already
"Stuff-
opening
there's
the
stuff
envelopes."
falling everywhere, but he has to open it in the store because he has to see what person sent him. But no, he can't wait like 5 minutes to
And
the
it's
car.
not even that. It's not even. It's not that. It's just the letter. I love. I can't explain it.
Like a kid
cannot-
again.
Yeah. I feel special.
So this week we are off. We're on vacation this week, so we are actually taking a week off. I know, shocking. We are not releasing any videos. There will be no posting of any Memory Mondays. The only thing you'll see is we will be posting.
Oh yeah, we'll be posting.
We'll be at my
pictures.
mom's, so
Yeah.
our mom was like, "Hi, with my mom, picture." But we'll post it. We'll
We're
still be
apparently
around.
going to some falls or going to some
No, we're not
trails.
anymore.
Oh,
My
no,
mom-
we're not going to falls anymore.
My mom
Eli.
is the one. We're going to Laurentian, Lake Laurentian Lake.
We're going
Lake
to Laurentian Lake, I guess.
Yes, to climb this mountains I used to climb as a kid. We're used to pick
Fun.
blueberries. Yes. I want to see if I
And
can
it's
do
supposed
it.
to be really hot.
Yes, it's gonna be really hot. So not nothing coming out this week, but next Sunday we will be back. So next Sunday's live show is about the word of the week is habits.
Habits.
So developing new habits,
Breaking
changing
old
your habits,
ones.
breaking old ones, creating new ones, all about it. So that'll be next week. We are visiting a lot of workshops this week though, because we're actually off of work. So we actually have time during the day to visit daytime workshops for some days this week. Obviously Canada, we can't in Canada because they're all closed, obviously on Wednesday. But so on Monday,
We'll be in Longueuil, Quebec.
on Tuesday, nowhere. Sorry, we're driving to Sudbury
We're
that
driving
day.
to Sudbury. Well, we're working all day Tuesday, and we're
Yeah.
driving Tuesday night up
Yeah.
to Sudbury.
Wednesday, we're visiting Norwich, UK, and North Yorkshire, UK. So we're doing 2 UK workshops that day.
And then on Thursday, we'll be in Farmingham, Massachusetts, St. John's
It might be
West.
Framingham.
Or
not sure.
Framingham, yeah,
I'm
sorry.
not sure if it's. You could be right though. It could be Framingham.
I think it's
Okay.
Framingham.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But Framingham, Massachusetts,
Somewhere
St.
in
John's,
Massachusetts.
West Newfoundland, Calgary, North Alberta, Huddersfield, UK, Calgary, South Alberta, and
Coquitlam.
I never pronounced that one correctly.
Coquitlam.
Coquitlam, BC.
And then on Friday, we're not going to be doing any.
We're driving home.
We're driving home, so we're taking that day off. And then next Saturday, these have not been released yet, so these are all new. The schedule will be out later this week, but Oshawa,
Moncton, St. Catharines.
Abbotsford, BC, Victoria, BC, next Sunday, Concord, New Hampshire, Thornhill, Ontario, and Calgary, North Alberta. So we're visiting all these locations this week. Again, vacation reminder, we're off this week, so don't expect any videos, but we'll post. We'll be around. We always do. We always, maybe we'll post our dinners. Maybe we'll be like, oh, we're working out, because we're planning to.
We'll probably go live at some point on our
too.
group.
Yeah, we
'cause
always do.
We will.
Yeah, we can't stay away. We say we're on vacation. We're like, oh, what are they doing right now?
Well, it's kind of funny too, and we are actually still being very mindful going to Sudbury because I have a lot of family in Sudbury. We have friends in Sudbury. Wink, wink, Kim.
Yeah.
But we're not.
We're only
only
visiting my
seeing
mom.
Nick's mom.
We're only visiting my mom.
We've even decided not to see our niece and nephew
Yeah, my
because our niece
sister-
has asma and his sister
And
also has asma.
my sister's already created her own
and she
bubble,
already has a bubble.
and we don't want to intermingle too many
And
bubbles.
so we're like, okay, let's be smart about this. Let's not intermingle too many because she has a set of people that she sees regularly, the kids, and she's in Sudbury. She's not gonna prevent. We can't prevent them from seeing people. And we told her, don't worry, we're not upset whatsoever. We get it. We totally get it.
Yeah, so we're off next week, like I said. Join our Facebook group. Just look for WVGays Friends, Family, and Fans on Facebook and join it. All week we've been changing the colors because it's Pride. I had to announce it at someone because I didn't know people notice. I was changing every day and I was like, did anybody notice that the colors are changed? So I had to say today I changed it to yellow because I wasn't sure people were noticing. That's why I said it because I was like, I don't know if people notice I'm doing this. So I did. That's what happened
the
this
small
week.
things that make him happy.
It makes me joy. Gives me joy.
He started asking me what colors I wanted.
I was like, what color today,
I'm like,
honey?
as
He
long
didn't
as it's
care.
bright.
He didn't care. I don't know. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok.
Yes. And then on US Connect, also at the WW Gays, or on Canada Connect, Trip 7719, or Nicky Poo 999.
Our website is wways.com. If you want our recipes, it's wways.com/recipes.
And then our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 91152, Bayview Village, Willowdale, Ontario, M2K2Y2. I actually read it correctly.
No, you didn't.
2Y6. I did not read it correctly. I read it incorrectly. It's
I was expecting it too. I was looking down.
M2K2Y6. 2Y6. Yes.
And then our email is www.gays@gmail.com. So if you want to send us an email, you can also as well.
I sometimes wonder what's in there. I do. I sometimes
I
question
expected him to
myself.
say 2Y2 because that's what he said last week
said
too,
it last week
and I had
too.
to correct him then too. So it's kind of funny.
I just
It's because we have two mailing addresses.
Yeah.
We have our condo one and we have our PO box. So sometimes we get them mistaken, even though there's no 2Y2 in the other one.
I don't know why 2Y2 comes out. It just does. It just does.
So thanks
again,
for
everybody.
joining us. Facebook and Zoom, you guys can stay on. We're actually going to turn on 2 songs, probably dance a little bit with you guys before we log off. But from YouTube, we will see you guys next week. Enjoy your week off.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Be proud of who you are and love yourself.
Love everybody.
Love everyone.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
No.
Because guess what? We were born this way.
Bye.